All right. Let's begin. What's up, folks? Welcome to the best family gaming show ever. My name is Hanzo, and today we are not actually doing a Scrub to Master series. We are doing a Master to High Master run. Now, sorry, let me go back a little bit. My last video, I mastered Jamie, and Jamie is my 26 out of 30 characters currently. My wife wants me to start maining somebody and getting really good with somebody, so I said, alright, fine, I'll do it. So after that, we did a poll after the last master rank, and between Jamie and JP, Blanka won by a slight hair, and these are the characters that the viewers believe I should use, / my wife believes I should use. So that's what it is. Now we got Blanka as a main. Alright? But it's been a while since I used them. So let's first do something a little bit different today. Instead of me playing only, I want to open up a browser, browse some videos on YouTube, okay? And that's like going to be a study session / more studying than anything, okay? That's what it is. But I want to show you this thing. Hold on. There's a couple of videos I want to show you guys. There's a series. Basically, it's kind of great timing for me, okay? Very soon, on April 29th, there's going to be a legendary fight, alright? Mena RD, who is like the current Evo champion, one of the biggest Evo champions right now, called out Diago to a 1st to 10, and Diago accepted. Now, on Evo Legends, in 2 days, they're going to fight each other to a 1st to 10. So, that's, haha, Bobby Digital. That's exactly what I'm talking about right now. That's literally what we're getting at, so I love that you asked that. So, back in the day, like, if you guys know Diago was the Street Fighter 3 or below Street Fighter champion that mained Akuma his whole life, alright? And back in the day, remember, I mentioned this a few times, I mained Akuma, alright? Back in the day. Street Fighter 3, 4, and beginning of 5, I mained Akuma. And with that, made me really like using Akuma, basically. But I don't like the way that Akuma's been done. Hello, honey. In the past, 5 and 6. I don't like what they did to Akuma. So I've kind of shied away from him because they have so many characters that are so strong now, so strong. And I think me using Akuma, I don't believe I'll win. All right. Now. That being said, since I'm doing a master run, and the viewers have chosen me to use Blanka, I might as well study the legendary match, which is Mena versus Diago, okay? So we're gonna head to another window now. I'm gonna pop up this guy right here. We're gonna watch this together, alright? This is me studying. In order for me to beat these guys, I'm gonna have to study. It's just a fact, alright? So here it is. This is a legendary match between Mena and Diago. And after this, we will go further into it. We will look at some more. One second, I gotta reduce the volume here. We gotta look at some more matches with Diago, some more Mena matches, because I'm studying Blanka now, right? So let's go through this. Oh man, should I talk my opinion first? Okay, before we go through this, yeah, Blanka is my main. It was voted by the viewers. But grass-fed, we gotta talk about this before anything. Mena and Diago are about to face off to a 1st to 10 in April 29th, alright? They're gonna do 1st to 10, these two legends. I used to main Akuma, I'm maining Akuma, and I'm now maining Blanka. Not yet, Hazard, but my wife wants me to start the maining process. So I have to. I'm heading to a meetup where I'm gonna fight a bunch of grandmasters in 2 weeks. So I need to game up quick. Yeah, it's alright. Blanka's good. I don't mind Blanka. Blanka's good. Blanka's. I said Blanka, JP, Ed, any of those guys I'd be alright with. That's what I said. Mai I'd be alright with. Akuma is the one I wouldn't be alright with because I don't think I can use Akuma to win at least. So, sup, wrestling fan. We're reviewing this video now, okay? Let's go through this first. I used to main Akuma. Now I'm gonna main Blanka. All right. At least for a master to high master, I'm gonna do Blanka. Because now that I'm doing, so we got Tokido here. All right. This is the SF League World Champions 2025. All right. That's Diago here. So let's talk about this. Diago and me, we're the same age. All right. Yeah, I know. I did say JP, but it's all right. Blanka's all right. I honestly don't mind Blanka. Blanka's a good guy. I can deal with that. I have no problems with that. My wife wants me to make JP, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. Master to High Master Blanka is totally fine. He's a strong character, no problem. So, Diago, this is him. He is getting old. I'm getting old. I'm the same age as him. And right now, he said something that basically came out after his challenge. So let's first watch this, okay? Let's just watch this. And then we'll play the next video, which is a current video of Daigo's response, alright? So let's play this and let's look at it. This is last year, right?
Here we go again. Okay, Diago, are we going to see the stare off?
Stare off right there. Right. So here's a stare off, like a real fight.
Alright, let me get up here.
Here's the stare off. These guys looking at each other. See? If you look at this, they're serious. Yes, Father Time is undefeated. But you know, the thing is, I gotta get my coffee. Hold on, I'm watching this. I gotta get my coffee. So people are saying, you know, he's getting. Remember, I'm Team Diago, all right? I'm Team Diago, all right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens. I'm Team Diago because I'm Team Unk. I'm Team old man, all right? I'm gonna root for the old guy, and Diago and me, we're gonna fight to the last breath.
So it all now rides on the back of the team captain, Mena RD, for the bit.
So let's just play the fight. I won't talk about what's gonna happen in case anyone hasn't watched this.
Those 20 points.
Can I maximize the screen? I can. There we go.
Oh, it's forward. It's just move towards.
All right, match is gonna begin. Let's fast forward a bit. These guys are hype. You see how they're preparing themselves? They're breathing. And these guys are taking it serious, you know. This is like so you get to look on your phone. It's not that you can't. Often you got people giving you tips on the phone. Oh, after Jamie Brandon, I gotta hit a tournament in like 2 weeks, so I gotta main a person really quick and figure it out. So there you go. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that spells. I don't know what the 0 represents. So here is muted because of copyright issues. Not on my video, but like this video here. Let's fast forward to the fight, all right? Is it warming up? Here it is, Diago the Beast. So, what I can talk about is this. Diago is a zoner. His gameplay is a zoning style gameplay, and it's always been like that. Whether or not he'll modify it now, I have no idea. Okay. Mena has always been a very punish heavy, forward pressure heavy character, using the plus frames of Blanka, right? So here it is. Diago using Akuma, Blanka using here. Diago gets a drive rush, medium, hurricane kick, follow up with a heavy hurricane kick. Boom, boom, admin fist, locks in the corner, fireball, uppercut follow up, safe jump, throws him. Throws him again, double throw. Nice throw. Oh, the overhead failed with the wake up from Blanka. Short kick, drive rush, medium kick, and then Blanka ball, which was good. Did he just miss a punish? Hold on. Let me rewind this, guys. I had to rewind this. I think he just missed the punish there. Rewind it a little bit. 1 second. There's the Blanka. Boom. Okay, so there wasn't a punish. I'll keep going. Sorry, I didn't mean to pause it there. I need to see it. Trying to do a fierce punch. Poke in. Mena's rushing in with the low kick. Standing low kick. So Mena's going to do that. I'll do that. I'll rush in with standing low kick. Boom. Slide under the fireball. Beautiful. Blocking and got grabbed. Oh, again with the medium drive rush. I mean short drive rush. Now he's burnt out. Boom, boom. Whiff throw. Hey, Mena gets punished by the whiff throw. Akuma adamant fist punish finisher. Oh, I'll be trying injury for sure. Okay, here we go. Bam. Air fireball by Akuma. Diago. Medium punch. Prison. Adamant fist miss. Oh my god. Blanka ball into level 2. Into a Blanka doll. Blanka doll's there. Blanka ball is activated. Blanka ball is gone. Level 2 is almost over. He survives the pressure, but his gauge is almost empty, which is the intention of level 2. Adamant fist. Fireball. Fireball. Fireballs are dangerous because Blanka can react and slide under. Here, trade-off. Oh, overhead miss and no punish. Adamant fist was a bit late there. Oh, that's his hard damage. Jab, jab. Medium punish. Will they throw? Oh, the medium. The back medium is a good punch and the level 1 finisher. Okay. So for Blanka, that back medium kick is really strong. That one where he kicks upwards is a plus frame of something. I can't remember. I think it's plus like 2 or 3 or something. It's one of his best moves. So they locked him in there. Alright. So they're walking and ducking, walking and ducking. Walking and ducking, walking and ducking. I should start that because I get tripped a lot. Okay, corner combo by Akuma. Oh, all the viewers from the stream were voting. But yeah, let's see this. Oh, level 1! Eee, blocked, nice. Parry, perfect parry. Side switch, oh my god, and he grabbed him. Oh, again with the standing short. Grab, double grab! Oh shoot, loop grab. Again with the medium kick. And, oh, level 1! Whew. Tough battles, man.
Down upon Mena in that round. Diago a little too late on the punish on the level 1, and that just turned everything into Mena's side.
Man. Remember, these guys are fighting in 3 days. These two are facing off in a 1st to 10. A 1st to 10 is a different... I'll talk about that after this. There's a reason why we're watching this right now. These two are facing each other in 3 days. It'll be on a live event. It's going to be a grudge match rematch. We'll talk about it after this match. So you guys have some relevance to what the heck I'm talking about. For those of you that don't know. Uppercut punishment. That's a very little health to have for Akuma against Blanka. Okay, 1 throw. 2 throws. Oh, here he goes. Double. Ay! Oh no, the missed punish! What in the world? Oh. My god. Did you guys see that? Oh my god. See, even the pros do these mistakes, man. Holy. Right here. Wake up. No punish there. Whew. Blanka is 100% punishable when he misses that. I'm still going to do the scrub to master. I'm still going to do it, but the scrub to master ain't over. I'm still going to do them, but I'm going to just start one of the master to high master sessions because it takes time. It just means I'll switch. Even right now, the zoning is working. Adamant fist got traded. And here's the medium kick again. He went for a down medium and drive in. Ended with a Blanka ball. I mean, Black Electricity.
For the damage.
Oh, air fireball missed. Hey, no, this is bad. This is not good. This is level 3. Oh my, level 1. Not yet, not over yet. Oh, grabbed.
It's okay, because we're all right after. You're leaving a fully loaded Akuma line. All it takes is one more forward on a walk back into level 3 to get that kill from Diago right that back. But, Mena, face up.
I'm definitely going to try to do a watch party. Let's do it, man. Activate. You know, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people say I throw a lot, but they're doing it. They're doing it. Throwing is legit. That is not a good. Oh my god, that is not good. He's really burnt out. Oh my god, oh my god. This is not good. This is not good. Again with the low kick standing. That poke is shutting Akuma down. Again with the low kick standing. You see that? Holding. Well, Diago picked Akuma because he's like a paint. He's an Akuma main, right? He's been using him forever. He doesn't intend to switch because he's the pride of Akuma. But the problem is, like Street Fighter 6, there's some really bad matchups for Akuma, man. Serious bad matchups. Like even Akuma versus Ryu could be a bad matchup because Ryu can hit him like a truck.
I don't risk that minute.
Because here's the last match. Takedo and him are having a talk.
And they're going for trades. There are because we saw at one time Diago went with the early fireball.
So there it is.
Mena jumped back.
So in this match, right, the Bandits had to win, which is Mena's team in purple on the bottom. And if they didn't win, then they get kicked out. So let's see if Mena takes his team to victory or not. Thank you, Chantel. Thank you. Chantel. Wait, Shanty Clark. Thank you. Remember, guys, Mena and Diago are going to be fighting in 3 days, and we're going over the history of it, so that in 3 days we can watch it together, alright? And also, I used to be an Akuma main, and now I'm maining Blanka. So this is the perfect thing for me to watch. It's me. I'm actually thinking about doing this. Maining Blanka and making my secondary Akuma. Since Akuma has always been... I mained Akuma for 12 years, alright? So I might actually make him my secondary. Because he's a great secondary. For anybody that can... All the weak characters that Akuma has, I think Blanka can... Oh, is Blanka's... I gotta talk about this. Wait, let's talk about this. Oh my god, the damage. Oh, jeez. That's what I mean by Blanka being a bad match for Akuma. Everything he does deletes his health. Like, everything Blanka does will delete Akuma's health. You might survive like 3 interactions with Akuma. With Blanka, if you're Akuma. The zoning. And the zoning isn't effective because you can slide under it. Oh no, that's not good. That's the standard punish combo. Level 1. No level. Level 1, never mind. Aich. I did get tired of Akuma, but if he's my secondary, I'd be alright. My secondary. If I need a zoner uppercutter to fight somebody, boom, bring it. Blanka is one of the best. He's definitely, I would say Blanka's top 3. Because he has answers for everything. Maybe you can criticize that he has no answers for a true answer to go through a fireball. Because he can slide only. So he can't go through like Rashi's Whirlwind. He can't go through Ed's level 2 fireball. Like some characters can. But he makes up for it with heavy damage. Like heavy punishable damage. Like it's scary fighting against Blanka, man. He can tilt the round. Uh-oh. Okay, wait a minute. Because Daigo's non-declared right now. One level 1 combo or level 3 combo and Akuma's going down. One OD combo and Akuma's going down. That's the problem. This is the problem for Diago to face on this problem. Oh no! That guy said 1 combo, he's dead. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I'm watching the reviews. So, all right. So you see this match right here? That's Diago versus Takedo, okay? I mean, Takedo was in there, not Takedo. Menard. So basically, I'm gonna show you another video now, okay? we're gonna show another video, and it's what Diago currently just said. It's just a very recent video. Let me just get it, and then I will play it on this guy. All right. And this one, I'm talking about this because, you know, some people say it's just a game. Some people say all these things, but I felt every word in my soul. I'm not joking. Every word in my soul I heard. Every word went straight to my soul from this Diago speech. Hold on. Sorry, I had the links on my phone. I forgot that I can't transfer my phone over. Because, I can't. I just forgot. I gotta get the bookmarks again. Oh, darn it. Give me 1 second. I just gotta get this. Maybe I'll get it from my phone and switch over. Shoot. Diago. Hold on. Oh, crap. I'll just type in Diago. Maybe the first video will be the video I'm talking about. 1 second, guys. Almost there. So basically, Diago went live. Talked about... Here it is. I got it. So basically, this guy, Mena, challenged Diago to a first to 10. Alright? And the first to 10 is very, very different. Okay? A first to 10 is very, very different than what we just watched. Alright? Is what I'm trying to stress at. So I got the video here. Now, what we just watched was a tournament where you have a team. Right?
Thick, overgrown grass.
Oh my god, ads. Yeah, so when you fight a tournament like this, right? That we just watched, you have to prepare to fight everybody. You gotta be ready for everybody that's gonna come your way. Okay? But this one that we're about to watch, but what's been proposed is a first to 10, 1v1. This is very different because when you do a 1v... Oh, it's Mena? Mena? Okay, Mena. So, for Mena, right? He challenged Diago to a first to 10. And Daigo's response is right here. Let me play it for you guys. I got the link here finally. Oh my god, the ads. Okay, here we go. Give me a second. Sorry, this is how long it takes when you do it live. Here we go. This guy right here. Let's watch the ad. Yes, no ad. Okay, so it's Japanese, alright? So let me read the English to you guys, because it's just better that way, because most of us are English speaking, alright? So let's watch it. This just came out, alright? This is his... Okay, before I play this, let's repeat. This is his response to... This is only 2 days ago, okay? This was posted 2 days ago, alright? On Reject. So, this is Daigo's response to the first to 10. And I'm telling you, I felt so connected to this speech. I don't know why. It is... I know why, but whatever. Let's go. I mean, don't you kind of hate the idea of... Dang, I just missed what he said. Sorry. Dang. Don't you just kind of hate the idea of your life just ending? Yes. That's what it is to get old. Beast values. I was a little surprised. I didn't realize how passionate he was about this.
Be the biggest win of my life. This is what it's all about. And this is what I dreamed of when I was a kid, to play the best.
It's like, wow, there's still people out there. That's fast, bro. That's fast. I don't think there's any benefit to these fights. No social benefit anyways. I mean, I'm sure it's fine for the winner. But whoever loses gets branded the loser of this great big face-off. But I just find this type of face-off too fun to resist. But lately, I wondered if younger fighting game players simply don't have the same values. Because it's not the world anymore. It's not that world anymore. Winning a tournament gets you big money now. And it's become a fairly realistic goal in this day and age. To try to join some gaming team and go pro. Gaming isn't a pointless... Oh, I read it too slow. I think this generation has started to see it just become another line of work. With that in mind, I certainly didn't expect someone who's been doing so well in the official tournament circuit to show up with such a great request. I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see those values still exist and see them alive and well. The cost of defeat. I wouldn't have accepted the challenge if I were him, says this guy. I mean, he's already regarded as the god, even if he doesn't do the fight. He could end up dethroning himself from his own god status here. That's just no way to live your life if you ask me. It's fine, I'm not worried about the people who just learned about me with SF6. But for all those who've been watching me since, wow, I can't, crap, I screwed up, read too slow. My bad. I gotta read that again, crap, I screwed that up, read too slow. I can't let them think I would run away from a challenge. I mean, from my perspective, I know it doesn't really fit the times, but those are games. These are games. We wouldn't be playing them. Oh, in fact, we weren't supposed to play them if we did not like them. If we did like them. If you're playing games even though your parents are teachers, and teachers get mad, and your friends put you down, then obviously you really like them. There's no question. So when I think a better... Oh my god, that's so fast! Of course, how am I gonna read that? That's impossible. I'm gonna have to pause this. I cannot. Oh my! I have to pause this once in a while. It's too fast. He says, "Who in the world would be like, I'll pass?" Of course you're gonna do it. Okay. I wish I can just get this thing away. Let's go like this, so I don't have to keep hovering over. If you run away from a challenge in the thing you sacrificed your whole life for, you're no longer human. This is the part that really touched me. He said, if you run away from a challenge in the thing you sacrificed your whole life for, you're no longer human. And I don't mean this for Street Fighter only, okay? For many things in my life, this connects to me. Like being a dad, being a business owner, being a gamer, being a Street Fighter lover, things like that, you know, like it connects so well. I'm a product of that era, he says. So I can't help but wonder how we lost sight of those original origins. It's just a game. So for him, it's just a game, and that's how it was when we were younger. It was just a game. And you just fought for quarters and pride. That's what he's talking about. There is no inherent meaning. You play for fun, try to improve. Build up some degree of norority, and then just stop. It's kind of sad, isn't it? It was supposed to be a game. Yeah, I get what he's saying, right? Like, when I play Street Fighter, win or lose, I just keep playing because I like it as a game, you know? But these days, because there is a goal of like winning Evo and stuff like that, it adds a different kind of pressure to it. It does make it not for fun only, so I get what he's saying. Versus, you know, kicking your brother's butt in your house all day. But you end up getting swept up in the environment, is what he's talking about. You get swept up in the game. It's kind of like if you want to be, let's just say a gangster. Let's just say you want to be, you want to hang around street people. You might get caught up in the game and get in trouble. Same kind of thing. The next thing you know, it turns into something you feel like you have to protect. So right now he's talking about his god status. Like it was a game before, he would play anybody, but now he's god status, and if he challenges somebody and if someone challenges him and he loses his status. That's what he's talking about. Frankly, it's suffocating, isn't it? It's not fun. So he's talking about the suffocation of having to defend his god status. This is something that I hear about from my other life. So you know how I'm like part of the fight life, like Muay Thai boxing. I'm part of that community a lot. I'm basically one of the live streamers, like representatives for them, right? So a lot of the championship fighters, a lot of the title holders, the champion fighters, when they lose their belt, they say the same speech. They say, now I can just enjoy my life. Because defending your title is suffocating. You have to work out every day. You have to be on ball every day. You have to diet every day. You can't, during your fight, if you lose, it's over. Like, all that pressure gets to you, right? So at a certain point, it doesn't get fun, and that's what he's talking about. Games should be fun. It makes me feel like people don't know how to just play anymore. Yes, now competitive world is what he's talking about here. In the competitive world, it's always now. Who cares if you used to win? That doesn't mean anything. Exactly. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm reading now. Don't get me wrong. It'll make a good story to be passed down, right? But feeling the ache of defeat, that misery here and now, that's what competition is about. Exactly. And I love competition for that reason, because, like I always say, I say this a lot actually, winning is easy. It's losing that's hard, because you have to face defeat and conquer it. Losing is hard, winning is easy. It's not a word where you can just invent something once and be set for life. You have to always continually invent yourself, reinvent yourself, and get better. That's what the competition world is great for. It's not a world where you can just invent something, be once, and be set for life. Nice. So that's young Diago there. He was. Let me think. How old was I in this time? 21 to 23 in this photo. I don't remember the exact year. I mean, Diago and I are like 43, 44, right? Depending on his birthday. He's probably 40. We're both 44 this year, roughly. Basically 44 this year, him and I. Whether his birthday falls later, I don't know when his birthday is, but it'll fall this year, 44. So that's when he was like 21 to 23, around there. Anyway, people say, no, Daigo's amazing. He's achieved so much already. It's like they're queuing up an excuse to save face or something. But no, that's not how it works. Now, let me explain what he just said. Some of you might not even know this. Maybe you don't. So, he said save face. I don't know. Maybe this is an Asian thing. I don't know, okay? But, okay, let's talk about this. Saving face, right, is a term where it's like saving your image, right? In Asian language, you have a thing called saving face. Like, if you show up to a tournament, you want to wear, like, you want to be presentable, you want to look good, things like that, because you want a good face. But when you lose face, because you lost in front of a lot of public audience. It's like losing swag. Swag and face are very similar. Swag and face. Your honor, yes, honor. Not just honor. Face is more of a superficial thing. Honor. This is what I'm trying to explain. So, honor and face are two different things, right? But they're related. This is what I'm trying to talk about. Okay, in Cantonese, they even say it like this. Mo facey. It's like facey is like a take on the word face. They're saying it in English, but in Chinese, right? Like if you go to a thing, they'll be like mo facey. You know, I can't say the whole sentence in Chinese. Okay, I'll say a sentence so that you guys kind of understand. Okay. If I was to say, if I show up and don't do my best and lose, I'll lose face. Okay, in Chinese it would be like 幾時我同佢打交。不過 Okay, I can't say that in Chinese. It doesn't make any sense. All right, but my point is, in Chinese you would say no facey. That means no face, and that means you lose a bit of pride, a little respect, a little honor in public. That's what it means. Anyways, moving on. Okay, no matter how much you've won, take one loss, and all those pieces flip over. So that's what he's talking about being a champ, right? And mind you, he doesn't have to do this fight, so he's talking about it. I feel like there's a big enough risk that I've got to brace for the end. So this is a crazy talk. This is a time where it's like I can't believe I'm seeing this. I believe it, but like, you know, it's just surreal because I'm old enough to see this. Diago is talking about retiring. The man's talking about he's talking about taking the challenge regardless, and if he loses, the risk could be big enough that he has to brace for the end, as in leave the Street Fighter community as a competitor. You know what I'm saying? As in retiring. This is something that every person faces. Whether you're an NHL player, which is hockey, whether you're an NFL professional, whether you're a boxer, whether you're working as a man or a woman in a work world, you have to eventually retire. And he's talking about bracing for the end. This is crazy stuff.
それって終わりだなっていう覚悟を持つのに十分なリスクじゃないと思うね。なんかこれまで自分
There he is. That's the young man, Diago, my god. At the end of the day, everything I've built up to now, I built through the outcomes of my battles. There you go.
やっぱなんだかんだで勝負の結果で気づいたんだよね、この立場を。
At the end of the day, everything I've built up to now, I've built through the outcome of my battles.
それは絶対そうで。
There's no doubt about that. And there you go, the young Tokido. Actually, no, that's a modern picture, man.
奪われたとしても、
Oh, shoot. I just looked at the pictures too much.
それは絶対そうで。
There's no doubt about
そ
that.
れが勝負
So if the outcome of my battles is also what it takes all the way,
の結果で奪われたとしても、それ何も言えないよね。
how could I object? That essentially means live by the sword, die by the sword is what he's saying. He's saying the outcome of my success is from my wins. So if his exit is by his losses, then how can he object?
勝つことで得たものを負けることで失う。
It's only natural that whatever you gain by winning, you lose by losing. That's fair. I love it. I love it.
それは当たり前だから。負けたら
The risk of not knowing what might happen if I lose is making me feel alive. That's amazing. That's amazing. I can't express how much that connects to me, alright? Oh, so Arturo, the Mortal Kombat movie 2 coming out, I'll talk about it in a bit. I just gotta go through this. Because just because I have to translate this in Cantonese? That's an amazing idea. Hey, are you saying translate this whole thing in Cantonese? I would love to do that. That would be crazy. That's actually a great idea. Okay, so this part here, he's saying the risk of not knowing what might happen if I lose is really making me feel alive. This part is actually making me... He's put into words what I've been trying to explain for a long time. Like, I've made some weird decisions in my life, right? And some people have criticized it in my life, saying that why did you choose the hard path? Like, I had an easy career, I was going up, and people were like, why would you change your career and like do that? It's because my life was getting easy. I felt like I wasn't growing. I felt like it wasn't growing in different areas. I was becoming just like a peer developer with no other skills. And I want to challenge myself. You know, I want to do something different in my life and just challenge myself. And lucky for me, it succeeded after a lot of grinding. And the suffering made me feel alive for whatever reason. I grew up really poor, like I always say. And the suffering is something that I think sometimes I need. Because it makes you alive and it pushes you to like break new grounds. That's what he's talking about. Feeling alive.
生きてる感じがしていいよね。覚醒
It's great. It feels like I'm waking up. Exactly.
する感じがある。
It wakes you up.
大事に大事に
No matter how carefully and safely you live your life, you're still gonna die, he says. And that's a fact.
だからまあなんか死ぬのが一番怖い。
Death is the scariest thing, right?
だからその死ぬのが一番
So
怖い。
it's like, if death is the scariest thing, you might as well enjoy the ride there.
死ぬのはまあいいかな
There you go.
思ったよね。
The Umehara way of life. He's gonna win hands down, she says. Please win this. I don't doubt for a second he'll win. I really want to see you get the win, so do your best.
なんていうの
How can I put it? Regardless of what people say,
その漂う負けるんだろうな。
there's a really palpable mood in the air that I'll lose probably. Oh wait, there's a really palpable mood in the air that I'll probably lose. That's the first thought I had.
がすごいなってまず思ったよね。で、
And this is people are there's a lot of doubters for him right now, right? So this is what he's responding. He's responding to all the doubts and all the no faith that people have in him right now. How do I put this? He says.
なんか
It's like
子供の時にさ、
when you're a kid,
最初はみんなさ、サン
at
タ
first everyone believes in Santa, right?
サンタがさ、こう
Didn't you think Santa was the one putting gifts in your stockings? I did anyways.
3歳か
I did not know Japanese people did that too. My kids thought I was Santa until like 6. Well, they still say that. I denied it though. I had a Santa suit. I wore a beard. I brought the presents every Santa to them. And every year they'd be like, "You look like my dad." And I'm like, "Your dad's." And I'd make sure I bear like a pillow in my belly and like stockings in my arms. And I'd be like, "Your dad's not fat like me. You can't," you know, things like that. Be like, "I'm not your dad. He's not just fat. He don't got white hair." And I'd disappear. And then for the next like week, they'd be like, "Santa showed up and he has black hair just like you." And I'll be like, "No, no, impossible." And my kids fell for that until like 5 years old. Each of them.
最後の時に、あ、サンタいねえんだ。すげえがっかりしたの覚えてるんだけど。で、そこからこう、
And from there,
なんつうの、
how can I put it?
ネッシーっているの。
It's like, whoa, is there really a Loch Ness monster? Can people shoot beams out of their hands? I guess
能
not.
力がねえんだ。
Superpowers, oh, don't exist. You're not gonna win the lottery. A pop idol isn't gonna date you.
子供の時はすごいいろんな、
A pop idol isn't gonna date you? That's where you're wrong! Daigo's wrong. Daigo said if you win Street Fighter, a pop model's not gonna date you. I married a supermodel. Haha, Daigo, you're wrong there.
そんなことワクワクしたり、楽しみにしたりして、
When you're a kid, there's so many things that fill your wonder and excitement.
るんだけど、
It's my backyard, yeah, man.
現実に教育されすぎ
The
て、
lake is finally unfrozen. It's the end of spring. End of spring. End of spring. It was frozen. It's only the first week of it being unfrozen. It was frozen for the longest time because it's end of winter. Spring just begun. By adulthood, you've been overschooled by reality.
あ、でも厳しいよねみたいな感じになるよ。
Oh, speaking of the Santa, right? Don't do this mistake, alright? My oldest son, this is how he found out. My oldest son, this is how he found out. This is when he started suspecting me. One year, I got lazy. I usually put the Santa outfit in like a top of the drawer, like madly hidden so no one can see it. One year, my son goes in our storage room looking for his toys. I put the Santa thing like in the corner in a bag. He looks in the bag for his toys and he's like, he sees a Santa outfit. He runs upstairs. My son goes, "Daddy, why is there a Santa outfit in the basement?" And I was like, "There's no Santa outfit in the basement. What are you talking about?" And then the guy goes, "Yes, there is. Follow me." He grabs my hand, brings me down. And he goes, "What is this?" And I was like, "How did that get there? What is this? I don't know what that is." And he was like, "You are Santa." And I was like, "No, I'm not. I'm not." And then at that point, it was over. It was over. He was like, "It's the same beard. It's the same outfit. I knew it. I knew it." Yeah, my son got me there. So my second son and my third daughter, I made sure I hit that Santa suit tough. Like I hit it good. They fell for it until they were 6.
で、今回もそうだ。
Anyways, I think that's what's happening here too.
勢いない。
There's young players who's ready on the roll.
歴代でもも
In fact, there's no overstatement that he may be the strongest player of all time.
うが、片や。
Yes. So Diago just said, Mena. Menard. My bad, I keep saying Mena. It's Mena. I say Mena because M-E is me, but it's M-E-N, Menard. Menard. On the other side is his opponents, a middle-aged man pushing 45. Pushing 45, okay. This guy's a year older than me. Turns out his birthday is a little bit later. One year older than me, actually.
45になろうと。
But for half the year, we're the same age. Because our birthdays are spread apart usually.
だからおじさん勝負して、それはみんなこれまで
Everyone's been taught their whole lives to expect the unexpected. Actually, no, we're the same age. I'll be pushing 45 too. Oh god. What am I talking about? I'm losing track of my age. In about 2 weeks, I'll be pushing 45. So there it is. We are the same age. I'm not dumb. Alright, here we go. Let's go. Everyone's been taught... In 2 weeks, I said!
You're not 45 in 2 weeks.
I'm pushing. You're not reading the lines. Everyone's been taught their whole lives to expect the expected.
の人生でさ、
But you should be expecting the unexpected. Who says expect the expected? No one says that, do they? I always say expect the unexpected.
教育されてきてる。当たり前のこと
That's just how it works.
が起きるんだっていうのが、普通に考えたらおじさんが曲げるよって思う。
So I think they're thinking, logically, the old guy's gonna lose. You see why this connects with me so much? You see why this connects with me so much? Because I am the old guy. I'm literally a mirror image of him right now. The old guy going to a tournament against young guys. And everyone's like, this old guy is gonna lose. And I'm like, you think so? Let's go then.
だからまあしょ
It's only natural, but
うがないんだけど
and like him, I'm saying it's only natural. I don't even care when I think I'm gonna lose. I'll go down swinging.
ただ俺その世の中に蔓延して
I've never liked this rampant attitude of
まあ起きないからしょうがないよ
oh crap, talk too much.
そういう社
I'm
会
not gonna. I need water.
まあ
Coffee does
まあ
not
いるから
hydrate you
いか
enough.
ないけど3歳やるんだったら俺が3歳になってやるよぐらい
Can you read that for
そう
me?
いう気持ちで俺生きてきてるこの周りのダメなんだろう感めちゃくちゃエネルギーになる
My bad. Coffee does not
い
help
い
with
んだ
talking.
こんなお膳立てしてもらって
It's like, man, they're really setting me up for success here. You don't realize how much of a fire you lit in me with your lack of faith. I love it.
いい
I want to talk about this, all right? You know how I talk about like
めちゃくちゃエネルギーになってるっていうか
how to be a person in life, starting businesses. We have a lot of talk about like men's mental health on this channel and stuff like that, right? Because I believe it's a lot of important talks that need to be made about men's mental health, women's mental health too. But like, I only understand men more than women. If I understood women, I wouldn't have all these problems in my life understanding my wife's brain, all right? But what I'm trying to say is, over here, he's saying, so all this pessimism that surrounds me has actually been an incredible source of energy, all right?
いいんだこんな
It's like, man, they're really setting me up for success here.
お前ら負けると思って
You guys don't realize how much fire you've lit with your lack of faith.
思ってる
And he ends right there, okay? Now, some people have asked how I succeeded in my life. It's because of this. This is the reason why. When I quit being like a software developer in my life and started a journey on starting businesses instead of working with people, everyone said the first thing people would tell me, and I don't even care, like, I don't take it as hate, right? I take it as like love. But this is what people are telling me. They were saying, Han, you know 1 in 10 businesses fail. You know, why did you go for school all your whole life and have all these certificates if you're going to start a business? You should have started earlier. Some people were like, you don't have it in you to do it. Some were saying, oh, no one believed that I could do it. Like, nobody. And I was like, yo, I grew up poor from the ghetto and like climbed my way out of the sewers to get where I had to be. I was looking, everyone was giving me, even my parents had no faith in this. My parents were like, this is not a good idea. And that lack of no faith created a beast. Like, I explained it in my stream before. The beast within just like raged out. And that is why I succeeded. It turned me into a beast where losing wasn't an option. And it's kind of what he's saying, right? Because if I didn't succeed, it means I go bankrupt. And everything that I've worked on in my life is gone. Right? And with that comes like a rolling domino effect of things. You might have, I'm not saying, my wife is gonna slap me soon when I say this kind of stuff. You don't know what's gonna happen. When you're broke, marriage problems come up. You can't raise your kids the way you want. And with that, domino effect happens. Families can break up. Things can really hit the crap, all right? Whether they do or not is another question about that. But is the risk so great that can happen? Yes, it can. And with that kind of risk, you can't lose, basically. And with that much lack of faith around you, it's all noise of negativity surrounding your head. So you have to, in this situation, the reason why the beast has to come out, or what he's saying is a fire gets lit, is because everything around you becomes useless noise. Like, at one point, maybe in your life, you might look for advice, hear people's opinions, and kind of formulate what you think. But there's gonna come a time when you want to do something, and everyone's gonna tell you it's a bad idea, and you have to make a decision. Are you gonna commit and do it, like your life depends on it, and succeed, or are you gonna do something else? If you care enough and you really want to do it, you put it on the line and do it, and live with the consequence of losing. That's what I'm trying to say. And this is what he's talking about. This whole speech is what he's talking about. So what I'm trying to say is, when nobody believes in you, that is when you can bring out the beast, or as Diago says, light the fire in your soul, or whatever he says.
燃えちゃうよっていうのは
So I am replying to your comment. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate your support, buddy. So what I'm trying to say is this, all right? When your chips are down, Daigo's chips are down, okay? When your chips are down, nobody believes in you. Things look bleak. Success looks unlikely. It doesn't matter, okay? Because the person that you still have to rely on is yourself. As long as you got this and this, which is your brain, your heart, you can succeed. This is all you need. As a man, that's all you need. This and this. That's it.
やっぱりね
So there it is.
周りがダメそうだなって
And I mean this. I'm not saying this because like Daigo's like on TV and stuff like that. I'm saying this because I mean it. And anyone in the everyone is in this situation, all right? I am, you are, he is. Every person is in this situation, okay? And if you're not, that's amazing. Like, bless you, man. If you have a support system of gold, you are lucky. And I'm jealous, okay? I'm so jealous of you. I'm jealous of the people that have a support system of gold. Like, I know some people that lose, and they have some people that just like hug them, support them, give them good words of positivity, and that's amazing. I love that, okay? But I'm saying if you don't have that, the opposite can also have the same effect, but even greater. Like I say it often, trial by fire. I walk by trial by fire. It's because that's been my life. My life has been trial by fire. You jump in, and mind you, like I'm not saying I always win. I lose a lot, okay? I lose a lot. To get a win in life, I lose a lot. And every loss I've taken as like a lesson, essentially. Every loss was a lesson to victory. So that's what I'm trying to talk about right here. Same with Daigo. And in the end, if you lose, you lose. If you tried your best and you lost, what can you say? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only not good if you don't try your best and lose. If you lose without trying your best, that's what gives you a feeling of regret that you can't live with. And I'm speaking from experience, okay? If you don't try your best and lose, there's a feeling of regret. And that you didn't do your best, and disappointment, you can say. A feeling of disappointment in yourself. But I guarantee you, if you give it your all, if you give something your all, and you do not succeed in your goals, you can walk away humble with your head up because you did your best. And you can't fault anybody for that.
思えば思うほど俺は
So anyways, that's what it is. Now, he says, wait. Now here it is. The more I think, wait, I think I'll win. There it is. So that's the attitude, right? The attitude is all, even if the cards are down and stacked against you, right? You have to have the positive attitude to get it. You have to, I say this a lot, okay? The person you have to defeat is the man in the mirror. The man in the mirror is your worst enemy. You have to defeat yourself. And should I elaborate on that? Maybe I don't have to elaborate on that. I'll leave that as an open-ended thing. Everyone will interpret this differently. The person you have to defeat is yourself. Because the person that will criticize your brain the most and give you the most crap and say that you suck, you're not good enough, is yourself. So, never lose against yourself. Always believe you'll win because you will. If you can't believe that you'll win, how can you? You know what I'm saying? You have to believe in yourself. Remember.
じゃねえなって思っちゃうんだよな不思議と
It's a strange thing, like he
これまで
says.
全部それが現実になってるから
It's up to now. That's always come to fruition. So
こういう気持ちになったら
I guess if I feel this way, it's probably going to happen again. So there you go. Regardless of who my opponent is. And that's the speech of Diago, okay? So I hope I didn't get too deep there or too corny or whatever it is. But that's what it is, alright? That's what I want to show you guys. And I don't know. That's what I want to share. Now let's look at one more video, okay? I want to show another. What age did I start my business? Oh, I've been okay. I mentioned this before. I grew up in the ghetto, and I was really poor. I had nothing. So starting businesses, I've started since I was young. From street hustling to whatever you want to do in life. And I failed starting businesses until I was 30-something. 30-something. Every failure was closer to success, you can say. A lot of people are surprised to hear that. But if you listen to most business guys, they have a story of huge failure that they had to overcome. Oh, wrong one. I want to show you another video, which is what? I thought I saved one more video. Hold on. This guy here. I want to play another pro video while I answer this then, because I want to show you guys the level I have to be to fight against these guys. So basically, and when I say fail, like, okay, I remember I said Chinese stuff earlier about no facey. There's another thing in Chinese that they call Gao Hok Fai. That means tuition. When you fail in business, in Chinese words, they call it, that's just tuition. That's just paying school of business. You could be the best person in university. You still fail business. It's a very different thing. Business is something, it's about people skills. Right? It's not about how good you are at algebra. It's not about how good you are at calculus. It's about how good you are in logical choices. And so let me go deeper into it a little bit since we're talking about it right now, okay? Let's just talk about it. We're talking about it, okay? So I just want to show you guys what high level play is. This is Tokido and Chris. Right? This is what I'm going against. So I didn't get much. I was an immigrant from war. My parents were too busy hustling and working to teach me these kind of things. So I had to learn it myself. And in a way, it was a blessing because I wouldn't have learned a lot of things if I didn't grow up poor. I wouldn't have learned a lot of things, I'm telling you. Like, so now that I have a bit of knowledge on certain things, for my kids, I teach them. I'm trying to brain dump my life to them. But what I'm learning is that it's ineffective because my kids didn't struggle like me. Like, you can't just teach the hustle. You have to learn the hustle by walking through fire. You can't just teach a kid the hustle because it's not built into him. So my kids are built different. They don't have the hustle that I did. They don't have the hunger I did. They don't have the suffering I did, the pain I went through. They don't have the humility. Like, they can't learn the way I learned, so I have to teach them differently. So I try to do a brain dump, but I understand that you can't learn without failing. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's like, yeah, how to succeed is basically you have to suffer. You have to go through the suffering. And if you can't handle the suffering, then you're just not made for it. I used to be a cook. I used to be a chef when I was younger. And they would say, if you can't take the heat, get your butt out of the kitchen. They didn't say but, they said another word. Because in the summer, right, it gets busy, really busy, and it's so every day is stressful. When lunch and dinner comes, lunch and dinner, when you breakfast, lunch and dinner, those 3 times working as a chef, it's not, the question is not, is today going to be a slow day or a hard day? It is going to be a hard day. If you guys are in food, you know what I'm talking about. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you know at a restaurant is going to be a hustle. You better like zen yourself up before those 3 times because it's going to be a hustle every day. And if people couldn't take it and complained, the boss would just say, if you can't take the heat, get your butt out of the kitchen. As in quit. He didn't want to hear it. He was like, cry me a river, bro. And that's what business is. If you can't handle it, get a job. And that's what I'm saying is working a job is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with working a job. Absolutely nothing. Working a job gives you security. It lets you sleep at night. Maybe. Depends if you're at risk of getting laid off. It gives you benefits. It gives you days that are slow, days that are fast. It gives you vacation days. It gives you a path to like success. You know what I'm saying? But for me, there is one risk of working a job that will always exist for every job. That is getting fired and getting laid off. I've had people tell me this. Oh, I have severance pay. So if I get laid off, I'll just take my severance pay and find another job. Yes. Yes. But why do people get laid off? Usually it's because the economy is doing bad and people are getting laid off in masses. In that time, it's going to be really hard for you to get another job. So the argument doesn't hold for me. So you might run out of severance before you get a new job. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. That, of all the advantages of working for somebody, that is the one disadvantage that will always stick. It doesn't matter how you argue with me. It doesn't matter what you say. Okay? So there's pros and cons to both sides. Business is great because there's no limit to how much you make, but you have to work and you have to walk in fire and risk bankruptcy. One mistake, you're bankrupt, right? So it's a lot like Street Fighter. One mistake and you get level 3 and you're dead. So that's kind of what I'm talking about right now. I'm just answering the question earlier. What age did I start? Krill asked, what age did I start on businesses? When I was young. I started with selling and repairing electronics, cleaning toilets. I talked about this. When I was young, no one hired me. I had no credentials, no nothing. One of my first jobs was cleaning toilets 24 hours. I tell you, I'm proud of it because it got me out of being poor. While my friends didn't have money, I was cleaning toilets and making money. It is what it is. After that, I gathered some money. I bought some equipment. I bought a CD burner. And I started duplicating CDs, let's just say, for research purposes, let's just say, and selling research purpose duplicated CDs of books that I wrote, let's just say that. And I did that for a while. I did some modification of electronics, like during the PS1 era. There was mod shipping services, right? So I learned how to mod PlayStations, and I'm not saying I'm doing it for illegal reasons, all right? Back in the day, if you wanted to buy an import Japanese game and pop it in your PlayStation 1, right? It wouldn't work because every PlayStation is country coded. So what you need, if you want to play a Japanese disc in your PlayStation, you have to get a mod chip that takes away the region lock, right? So I would install mod chips in PlayStations and charge people so they can run imported games. And that's one of the businesses I did when I was young. Those are good times, by the way. Good times. So, and this is what I mean, all right? So this is what I mean. when I say I came from the sewers and I had to like climb myself out, you have one guy cleaning toilets all night, and in the daytime modding PlayStations, okay? And then eventually I cleaned toilets. I cleaned toilets for like 2 years, all right? But with that, I got experience, and then I applied for other jobs. And then one fact, and this is the dumb part, right? I started applying for jobs. Not dumb, but like, I started applying for jobs, and then one factory, no one accepted me actually. No one was willing to hire me still, because I only cleaned toilets and it wasn't relevant to their business. One factory, in the end, it's like you can say it's a gift from God. You can say. There's a factory. There's one company called Arcus Absorbents. They needed a guy to do one job. The local hospital every day dumped all the used diapers of the baby's ICU, like you know the ICU for the baby section. They would dump all the diapers from the baby section into the backyard, into the back of the factory. And they had a machine where they needed a guy to break apart all the diapers so that all the diaper garbage would go away, and the leftover absorbents, the leftover trash absorbents that's still usable in the diaper, can go into another pile. And the leftover diaper powder material that absorbs water was used for emergency water recovery. So boats would store these things. If you get a leak in a boat, you throw it, and then this big giant tube absorbs like 10 times the amount of water like a diaper. So if you have a spill, we made these like packets basically. Okay, put it this way. I would demonstrate to people this. You take 1 spoon of that diaper powder and put it into a cup like sugar. The whole cup solidifies into gel, right? So I worked for a water emergency recovery manufacturing company called Arcus Absorbents. And what they're willing to hire me for was to break apart diapers filled with crap, dump into a machine to be processed for absorbents. So yes, for that entire summer, I broke apart diapers covered in doo-doo. That's what I did. And for 50 to 60 hours a week, I did that as a 17-year-old. As a 17-year-old, I did that for the whole entire summer. And I would do that in the daytime, and after work, I just shower up and mod my PlayStations and stuff like that, right? And a lot of people would be like, "Oh, your life is so good. He's such a hustler, blah, blah, blah." But they didn't know I'm touching doo-doo all day. And when people found out, they would laugh. And I'm like, laugh what you want, bro. But that's me, right? So that's me. That's my upbringing, all right? It's not a pretty story, man. But like, it is what it is, okay? But my point is, after that crappy job, after those 2 crappy jobs in the literal sense, right? I got other jobs because now I have experience. I was like, when I applied to places, I was like, well, I have experience in 2 places, and then well, actually, I lie. I became a. After that, I became like a supervisor at Shoppers Drug Mart, and then I became a manager at a car detailing shop. But I still needed side money. I still wasn't enough money. I needed money because I was poor. So, because me being me, the weirdo I am, and this might sound weird to a lot of people, but like, because dealing with crap was like my expertise when I was young, because that's all I had. That's all the opportunities I ever had. I applied to clean toilets at a restaurant all night for a night shift because I needed more money, because I needed more capital to raise for another business I was doing, and basically I needed capital, and no one would hire me. So I went to all the restaurants, and it turns out restaurants were hiring people to clean their toilets, and I'm like, oh man, here we go again. So I went to one restaurant. They were hiring for a toilet maintenance guy, and I was like, all right, let's go, let's do this. So again, I was cleaning toilets, but then the boss This guy's like my savior. Not really, but like kind of. My boss at the time. He was like, young man. Because I was in school too, right? At that time I was in university by then. He was like, young man. You're in university. Why are you cleaning toilets for me? And I was like, because no one's gonna hire me. So he said, if I was willing, he would teach me how to cook. And yeah, it was a good time, man. I'm getting emotional. Wait. Anyways, yes, so the man taught me how to cook. I became a chef. And then from then on, everybody hired me. That was the turning point. Oh, yes. So I can't not get emotional. It's a part of my life that's like, I think about it, and I just get like emotional. I haven't talked about it in a long time, but that's what it is. That's what happened. In that time though, I also worked a lot of jobs. Like I worked at a lot of factories at night, evenings. I did a lot of cleaning, okay? I worked at a factory cleaning, I worked at a metal shop, and I would clean the factory every night when there's a tool and die making shop, and it's basically to cut metal all day, and every morning, they would have to reset, because they make parts out of metal, so metal shavings everywhere, oil everywhere, and they needed a guy to clean the factory, super clean, so every morning, they're ready to work. So that was me. Everyone goes home, and I would be in the factory myself, just cleaning. I would clean the oils off the machines. I cleaned tables. Every piece of metal shaving was off. It was maybe like 8,000 square feet. So I would work 8 hours every night, clean the entire factory myself. Some people said it was kind of dangerous because you're like, you shouldn't be in a factory yourself. But I said, well, I shouldn't be broke either. So I did that too. For a few years. But anyways, I did a lot of bad jobs, alright? I did a lot of crappy jobs, like, a lot. I worked a lot of factories, a lot of crappy jobs. But in the end, after that, like, after the chef job, it created, like, it gave me the confidence. Because, like, I was doing good. And then, after that, so, maybe I'm going on a tangent here, but I want to talk about this. I have to talk about it. For anybody in the situation, this might help. So, remember I was talking about believing in yourself? When I was young, I knew how to program. I knew how to do everything. I was running my own PlayStation modification shop, okay? And no one taught me that stuff. I knew a lot about computers. Like, I'm talking, I was a whiz, but I didn't believe in myself enough to like apply for a computer job because I was scared people would like look down on me. Because I was so used to getting looked down on that I didn't have the confidence. Okay, I just didn't. I don't know why. I didn't. Not in that part of my life. I had confidence in like using my money and doing my own thing, but I was scared to go into a situation where like I was like, I don't know. So for some reason, I wasn't confident to apply for an office job and work an office job. I just wasn't, because that was so foreign to me, and I was scared to be that guy, because everyone was like proper, and I'm not, because I'm like this hood rat. But eventually, I applied for office jobs. People accepted me. One office job, I worked for a big summer camp in Toronto, the biggest one. I don't want to say the name. It's a big camp. Hockey players' sons go there. It's like crazy. And they made me the office person to migrate their equipment because they moved 3 offices every single year. So I would take all the computers myself, set up it in another network area, set up their printers and set up the computers and set up everything. And then one day, this is also like maybe a gift from God, okay? This could be a gift from God, I don't know. But this is also something that, I'm trying to explain that luck is a part of this, okay? Some people say that I was unlucky, and I'm like, I don't know, I was lucky and unlucky, but like, certain things happened because I hustled it through. But like, in that office job where I migrated stuff, I only got paid like $6.85, by the way, minimum wage. They paid me minimum wage to do that job. I should have been paid like a lot, but I took minimum wage because I needed a job. So, I did all the office moves, and I didn't know I was doing a good job. I was just doing it. And afterwards, the boss, again, liked me. And then they were upgrading their systems to a new database system. Like a brand new database system. And it was using Microsoft, like, it was just a Microsoft database. Microsoft Access. I was like, Microsoft Access? I can do this. And then the boss was like, we're upgrading to a new system. We want you to lead the upgrade. And I was like, oh my god, this is what I've been waiting for. Anyways, so I led the upgrade. It was successful. It wasn't even that hard. For me, it was like a walk in the park, and everyone was like so shocked. And I was like, really? This is pretty easy. This is like 5 computers I'm upgrading. But apparently the previous guy couldn't do it in like a year. He just couldn't do it. And the previous guy was like a pro. I'm just like a kid, you know, at that point. And they for this database, for this program that they bought, custom reports cost money. Custom reports, you just gotta make reports out of the database, cost money. And they asked me if I knew how to do it. I was like, I looked at the reports, I'm like, the basic stuff, man, yeah. So they used to pay the company to develop them reports for $1,000 a report. I made the reports in like 10 minutes. So my boss was like, you did it in 10 minutes? I'm like, yeah, man, so hard about this? This is just a couple of things you want me to put in the report. Because just pulling data from a database, it wasn't even like much calculations. It was like, you know, student, money, tax, how much profit, how much cost. I'm like, this is basic math, I can do this. I just did it. I was like, here you go, done. And they were shocked. And at that point, they just kept calling me back to maintain that database. And then maintained that database for 3 years. And to be honest, I'll tell you what happened. I'm on to the point where like I just couldn't work there anymore. They wanted me to work there longer, but I was like, I can't work there. I worked there for 3 years, and I was like, listen. And this is where people were telling me that I was crazy. I was like, listen, man, I'm learning nothing. I'm like, when I told the boss, I was like, when I first worked for you, I was learning so much. I was learning how to move things. I learned all these things. And now I'm learning nothing. I've been working on this same database for 3 years. I'm like at my limit of working on this crap. He offered me more money. I was like, no, I don't care. It's too late. No, I don't care about this anymore. So I quit my job. People are like, you crazy, bro. I'm like, I don't care. I made a decision to not stagnate. After that, I chose to not get a computer job. I was like, no computers. I need to do something else. That's something that's not computers. Because I was getting kind of mad because people were like, all you know is computers. And I would get offended, and I'm like, yeah, okay, fine, fair enough. I would get offended, and in the end, I'm like, I realized they're right. All I know is computers. That's why I was getting offended. So in the end, I applied for many different jobs, and one company that hired me was to just wash and detail cars. I was like, hey, I wash my dad's car all the time. My dad is like crazy. It makes me well, I understand why he did it. Like my dad. This is a coincidence, by the way. My dad is like a guy that made me wash his car every day to be spotless. And made me vacuum, and his car had to be spotless every time I cleaned it. Absolute spotless. And I get pissed. Because he'd be like, you missed a spot. And I'd be like, why does it matter? I would get mad, and he's like, I don't care. It has to be done right. And I get what he was doing. He was teaching me how to do a job right. So, the interview was like, hey, detail this car and clean it. I detailed and cleaned it, and he was like, have you ever done this before? I was like, at home, like a million times. And he was like, you did a perfect job. And he hired me, and I became the manager eventually. He hired me on the spot. I was working for the detail place. And after I was working for them for like 2 months, right, in one location, and then a managerial position opened up at their head office, which was like at in Toronto downtown. There's a place called Commerce Court. On top, it's an area with all the bank's headquarters. Underground, there is a parking lot that's huge. It's for all the banks headquarters, the park. Underground, like Resident Evil style underground, they had a facility. They detailed cars for all the bank employees. Okay, and that was the head office because all the workers are at the banks. Okay, ask about the controller. It's all good. So, hey Joey Central, what's up, man? I just gotta finish this story here before I lose my train of thought. I just want to finish the story. So, I was detailing cars at one location, which was connected to a supermarket, and then they were like, "There's an opening for a managerial position. Do you want to take it?" And I was like, "I'll take it," kind of thing, you know. I'm not gonna say no. That's crazy. And afterwards, I didn't know where it was. It was at Commerce Court in Toronto. I was like, "Yeah, right. That's crazy." And everyone gets an allowance from their company to wash their car and detail it every month. So everyone, you get mad business because the banks are working with you. You know, they're giving their employees money to wash their cars. So they look clean and presentable. So they're gonna wash your car regardless. You know what I'm saying? And detail it. But I was so lucky because it's the richest people in Toronto working there, and everyone drove nice cars. Like, mind you, at the time I had a 1992 Ford Taurus. It was not a nice car. I had like my family didn't have nice cars. We had a 94 Sentra base model and a 1992 Taurus, Ford Taurus. I didn't even drive a nice car in my life. Like, my nicest car was a 94 Sentra with no power windows. That's the nicest car I ever driven in my life at that time. At this place, they were driving Ferraris, Porsches, BMW 7 Series, Audis. Like, a G35 would, like an Infiniti G35 would be a crappy car, okay? A Lexus would be a crappy car. That's how good these cars were. And every day, I'm chauffeuring these expensive cars, and I'm like, this is so cool. I enjoyed that job so much. Every day I was like valeting. As a manager, I had to like valet cars around to customers and back. I was driving Porsches, every nice car in the world. I was like, this is amazing. And I've told this story before. I almost crashed a Porsche once. Almost. I almost crashed a 911 Porsche once into a brick wall. Because I work. You know when they say don't give your car to a valet driver? Yeah, don't do that. I would burn. There's a corner in the parking lot that's wide, and I would burn the corner. I would like burn the corner and power slide. And one time I almost screwed up and crashed the car. Almost. Did not. Almost is the word. And after that, I never did it again. But I'm the manager. No one saw me. It's all good. So that job lasted a long time. I did that for like, I don't know, 2.5 years. It was great. But that opportunity, right, was basically my first managerial position, right? And prior to that, I did have a supervisor position. Okay, a few years back, I said I was a supervisor. I was a cashier supervisor at Shoppers Drug Mart, which is this pharmaceutical company in Canada. Like, it's like what do we call that? It's the department store in Canada, Shoppers Drug Mart. I was a cash supervisor. And every night I would count the cash. Like, every night it was my job to count all the cash in the store and put it into a safe. I would be counting, like, I'm talking 300 to 400,000 in cash, like stacks. Like, stacks. You have no idea how much I want you to just put it in my pocket and run. But yeah, so I can't believe you trusted me with that, of all things. I'm trusted the hood rat. My mouth is drooling. I want you to steal it. Every night I was like looking at the money going, I could just run away right now and disappear. But yeah, so that game, those two things were managerial positions. And after that, I graduated school. And then the rest was history. Actually, I did one more job. I was a debt collector. I was the repo man. It was the most interesting job in the world because you didn't have to be nice to your customers. So I worked for TD Bank for their debt collection. TD Bank is one of the biggest banks in Canada. I worked for their debt collection, and every day I would call people and hassle them to pay up. And TD Bank specifically trained me to not be nice. They said you don't have to be nice because they're no longer customers, they're in debt. So I would hassle them. You get paid very little because you're working on commission. The more debt you collect, the more you get paid. The first month I worked there, I was a top debt collector. Why was I so good at collecting debt? Because I'm a hood rat. So if you're a hood rat and you're good at debt collection, you could be a debt collector, bro. And I did that only for a short period of time because after that, well, remember how I said like there's some gifts from God? Like, I don't know if you believe in God or not. I believe there's something out there because like I've had all this suffering, and at the end of the suffering, I had some luck. Like literally, at the end of the climbing through a crap hole, things happened. You know what I mean? Like, it's a bit of luck and it's a bit of not, but like. Later on, like I met my wife in school. We dated in school a little bit. We broke up. A lot of it's my fault because my life was not in the right state. Like I couldn't even take care of myself. I was like broke as a joke. My life was in astray. Like there's other factors too, but it just didn't work out. My wife and I, okay, it just didn't work out when we first started dating. And as much as I wish it would have worked out, it just didn't. But afterwards, when we finished school, I was still like, I still liked her a lot, you know, and I went back for her. When my life was good, I went back, and I took her back. She was dating some guy, and I stole her back. Yes. That guy was a victim, you can say. I wanted her back, and I took her back by force. The force of the Mac. Not by force of violence, by force of macking. The macking skills. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. School's not everything. People skills are important. And as a guy, macking skills can go a long way too. You gotta learn how to mac. Gotta learn how to mac, yo. He's not buried. So basically, after that, right? We went salsa dancing. Okay? One time at this with her friends. And then it was embarrassing too, by the way. It was they were like, "We're gonna go salsa dancing." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, let's go." I can't dance, by the way. So we go to this room, and then a song plays, and then everyone starts salsa dancing. Half the room is sitting down, and half the room is standing. So I'm like, "All right, cool, whatever. I'll just dance." And then afterwards, they end this segment of the first like 10 minutes. And they go, "Oh, now time for the professionals." I'm like, "What the heck? What are professionals?" So, and then we sit down. The professionals get up and start dancing. I'm like, "Yo, these guys were looking at us laughing the whole time." It's like a 2-part session. Amateurs, beginners, and professionals. The pros were dancing so good. I'm like, why am I here? Like, I'm here to embarrass myself? What the heck? But anyways, after that, one of the girls there was quitting her job. And she was like, "There's an opening for a job." It was an IT support position. And I was like, "Okay." And then she was like, "You should go interview." I was like, "Okay, where?" Let me go. And I applied for it. And then afterwards, they were looking for a guy. Okay? They're looking for a guy to apply for the job. And they've been looking for a long time. They couldn't find the guy. I'm not saying I was the guy, okay? But I got the interview like, I applied, and then they said, "Come in 2 days." And I, okay. So in 2 days, I show up. But mind you, I've been rehearsing for 2 days I was so scared for the interview. I rehearsed for 2 days straight. Like, I'm not joking. You see how I play Street Fighter? I rehearsed for 2 days straight. No one knows this. In front of the mirror. I rehearsed for 2 days straight what I'm going to say. And then when I went to the interview, because the advantage of an interview is it's like Street Fighter, okay? An interview is like Street Fighter. If I'm going to fight Chun-Li, what's she going to do? She's going to lightning kick me? She's gonna fireball me. She's gonna tencho kick. She's gonna freaking Hasanchu me. All these things, right? Those are the things she's gonna bust at me. When you go for an interview, what are they gonna do? They're not gonna ask you like, how does your grandfather look? They're not gonna ask you that. They're gonna ask you, what are your experiences? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Why do you want to work here? What are your future goals? Blah, blah. Those are the questions you're gonna ask, okay? So you gotta just ready yourself for those questions, because you know they're gonna ask them. You know it. Don't go there and be like surprised when they ask you, what are your strengths? I don't know. It's like, bro, you didn't prepare for that question? What I'm trying to say is, you know they're gonna ask that, okay? So answer the question. You know, all right? So, no turbo. There's a turbo, but no macros. No macros. I don't roll with macros. If you want macros, you can get something like this. Hold on, I'll show you. Okay, I'll answer the question. So, this one has macros. This has 8 buttons. You can technically set up 2 buttons for macros, but it's not a feature. You could do that. Two buttons for macros if you want to do Street Fighter macros, but I don't. This one has an extra 1, 2, 4 buttons. You can do 3 buttons. You can have 3 macros, 4 macros. This one has 4 macro buttons. It's a leverless. So it depends what you want to do. But I'm telling you, I don't care because I don't use macros. So it don't matter. Okay? So here. I just want to finish this up so I don't have to talk about it again. I forgot what I was talking about. Anyways, I can't remember anymore. What was I talking about for the control? Picked up the controller? I was getting to something. Oh, the job, yes. So, I just want to this is the part that I want to talk about because it was like fate lighting up finally, okay? Salsa dancing. I apply for the job. I go to the interview. I'm ready. And they asked me a question that no one was able to answer. They were like, there's a thing called Sarbanes-Oxley, SOX. It's like an auditing standard. It's like, it was related to the Enron scandal, which like tanked the economy, basically, like in 2000 and a long time. It's a long story. It's related to the Enron scandal. It's a big reason why things are audited differently now. People need to be accounted for. Things have to be reliable in bookkeeping, things like that for accounting, okay? In university, I took a lot of, I was required to take accounting because I have a commerce degree and mine was like IT management and commerce. That's what I minored in, commerce. So to minor in that, I had to write a complete paper on Sarbanes-Oxley. Like, I chose that topic because I just did. I Googled a topic to do and I wrote a complete 13-page paper on this, where I researched and it took me 2 months to do. It took me 2 months to write this paper, okay? So at that time, I knew everything about Sarbanes-Oxley. And then, afterwards, when they asked me that question, I was like, oh, I know Sarbanes-Oxley. And I was like, and I gave the most detailed answer. I answered it like I can answer Street Fighter techniques. Because I just wrote this long, I just finished reading this crap like, not, you know, I only graduated like, that was like a year and a half after graduation, right? So it was fresh in my brain, all right? I answered everything. And they were like, oh, that's impressive. And I was like, yeah, I studied, and this is where like the hood rat in me, like, you know, interviewing is half BSing. And I was like, oh yeah, I read about this stuff all the time. And I'm so lucky they didn't quiz me more. I'm so lucky it was so convincing they didn't quiz me about other things. Because if they did, I would have been like, I have no idea what you're talking about, bro. So luckily it was a topic that I knew. And that's maybe like the sign of the gods. You know what I'm saying? And then afterwards, all the computer questions I answered no problem. The computer questions I answered flying colors. They're asking me about how to connect networks. They're like, explain TCP/IP. I was like, bro, explain TCP/IP? I can do that in my sleep, bro. And he's like, oh, explain to me packet switching networks. I'm like, bro. In my head, I was like, get out of here. Those are not my problems. Explaining computers was easy. And then basically they hired me. And then I worked there. And this is where everything came together in my life, okay? Probation for that company is 3 months. 3 months. I worked for them for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And they sent me to EnerSource, which is Mississauga Hydro, to present and sell the software and provide them training and support. And I was like, I told the boss even. I was honest with the boss. I was like, hey man, I'm dead serious. Please don't fire me, but I don't think I'm ready. I've only worked here for 2 weeks. And the boss goes, you're ready. Just go, don't worry. And he actually said, he was like, I have faith in you, you're good, just go. He actually, like this, David Prince, if you're listening to this, okay? I love you because you believed in me. David Prince, this New Zealander, he's a big boss now somewhere else, but he believed in me. He actually let me do it. He was like, don't worry, just do it, you got this. And I went and I did it. And I came back. After I came back, it was like 2.5 weeks in. He takes me out for lunch and goes, listen, Han, we have like a long lunch, like 2 hours. He's like, listen, Han, we've been looking for a guy for a long time, and we haven't found him. And I was like, oh shoot, am I getting fired? I was like, oh god, I didn't know I succeeded with the EnerSource thing. I thought I was getting fired. I was like sweating a little bit. I was like, oh dang, I'm getting fired. And he was like, listen, you did really good. And he goes, you know how probation's in 3 months? He's like, don't worry about it. Consider your probation over. I was like, oh my god. And then my food went down so much easier. I thought I was getting fired. I was like, oh my god, I'm getting fired. And then I got promoted. And then from then on, I worked at that company for 8.5 years. And then they got bought over. In that company, I went from tech support to implementations lead, so installing the software at enterprises, to I did everything at the company because it was a small company in the beginning. It was in the beginning when I joined. It was worth. Okay, in the beginning when I joined, they only had like 13 employees, and when I left, they had a few hundred. They had like 300 something. Okay, I was like in the Toronto office. I was the 4th guy to get hired. So we kind of had to do everything. Everyone did everything. I did development, presentation, training, whatever had to be done because we only had 4 people. Small software company, okay? So I was, and by coincidence, I had to make reports like I used to do in my other job. So I was a whiz at report making for customers. Our clients would hire me to create reports. I would do custom reports for clients. I was like, wow, I can't believe this came in handy. Remember I told you I did custom reports like back in the day? So because I had custom report knowledge, they asked if I had custom report knowledge, and I said, yes, I do. And then they sent me to Oracle. You guys know what Oracle is? Oracle databases. I ended up being a certified Oracle database administrator. I would fix Oracle databases, customize Oracle databases, create custom Oracle reports for banks and other institutions like insurance companies, whoever. Security, user security, and then I would do it for Microsoft databases too. Yeah, man, like it was crazy. And I would help them develop the software. We were bringing it to the cloud. At the time, it wasn't called the cloud, but we created a cloud system for the software eventually. And that's when I left. But yeah, man, like that job brought me everywhere. That job sent me around the world, everywhere in the world. They sent me to Europe to live with like. At one point, they liked me so much, they sent me to live in London, UK. But at that time, I was like, I have a wife on mat leave and a newborn son. And they're like, don't worry about it. We'll get you a place big enough, and we'll send your daughter. We'll send your wife and your kid there too. And they paid for like our living while I worked for them in Europe. They flew us around Europe with our base in UK, London, Greenwich, and we went to like Switzerland. I don't know. We went to other places in Europe. Like it's crazy. And at the same time, while I was working there, they sent me to Trinidad. They sent me to like US a lot. Yeah, I went to a lot of places because of that job, right? It was really fun. It really was. But in the end, I quit that job because I wanted to start a business. I want to start a business, and yeah, that's how I started a business. That leads to the original question of how I started businesses. So that kind of leads it there, right? And then I started businesses, and that's where I am now. Now I'm a business owner, and been there for like 10 years. But now, about 5 years ago, my wife quit her career. She didn't want to work at all, But her dream was to be a YouTuber, right? So I said, do your dream. I was like, don't work for anybody. Our businesses are doing good. Just quit. Do what you want to do. You want to be a YouTuber, be a YouTuber. So my wife has been a YouTuber for 5 years. And she's doing well. Her channel has 200k subs and growing. 201k subs now. And this is one of the secondary channels. And she wants me to help more with it. Of course, I'm the tech support guy in the channels, always. But she wants me to help more with the hands-on thing. And I was down. I'm totally down. So, she said, win her a tournament. So she can, like, live stream it and stuff. And I said, alright, let's go. And I told her, if I play Street Fighter, I'm going to get obsessed with it again. And she said, get obsessed with it then and win. And I said, alright. She knows how I am. If I dedicate myself to something, I get obsessed with it. And here I am. So I sold one of my, I had 3 businesses last year. Now I have 2. I sold one off so I can have some capital. So that I can full-time my attempt to win a Street Fighter tournament. So here we are. A year and a half later of me training for my Street Fighter stuff, I'm maining Blanka. So let's do it. I wanna do it like this, alright? How can I do this? Oh, I wanna look at Mena's video and then mimic the combos, alright? So we're gonna switch back and forth. The reason why I was showing you the Mena versus Diago video is because I want to show you guys back and forth. Alright. So I hope, okay, before I just hop over like that, I want to conclude it. So guys, I hope that really helped you out in understanding who I am and understanding what can happen if you put your heart and mind to it. I wanted to give you guys a deep dive of at least how I did it. I mean, how I did it might not be the way you did it, but it at least gives you an idea how to do it, right? And I was very honest about my struggles. Like, what I didn't talk about was when I started I talked about this in the past, okay? But when I first started my business, I was a wreck because I was suffering. I wasn't sleeping. I was broke again. But it was great because the beast came out, like I said. And when I think back to that time of suffering, it was the best time of my life because it was a time where everyone looked down on me. And I only had one thing to prove to myself, that I can do it. I got to the point where no one's opinion mattered. Only opinion mattered was my own. Not even my wife's opinion mattered. I was like, only my opinion mattered. And I knew I could do it. And I did it. So I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud that I succeeded. I'm very proud that I just cried through it. I'm telling you, I cried every night. Like, that's how bad it was. I cried every night. I'm alone. Whether I drove off somewhere, whether I cried at work myself at night, I cried. I did. Because it was a lot of suffering and pain. But at the end of that suffering and pain was the light. And I'm being honest about it because maybe some of you are crying alone. It's normal. Don't be ashamed of it. And whatever you gotta do, you do it. If you gotta work at McDonald's and make money, do it. Don't let no one laugh at you. Don't let no one put you down. Just do what you gotta do. Do you. Know that the pain is temporary. Once you make it to where you gotta make it to, things will come together. Everyone starts at a different spot in life, okay? You might start from the bottom, you might start from the middle, you might start from the top. If you start from the middle and top, good for you. Good for you, honestly, good for you. If you didn't, expect a grind. That's it. Expect it. Don't expect any free lunches. Don't expect anyone to treat you good. Don't expect anyone to give you a good life. Because you grew up from the bottom. It is what it is. You have to grind your way up. That's all I want to say about that, alright guys? So, and I know that this time is a different time. Right now I have, I do the live streams for the fights. I'm a videographer for like the professional boxing and Muay Thai scene. So I live stream to like, you know, satellite pay-per-views. I live stream to that. That's why I'm so good at live streaming. That's why I'm good at live streaming. I've learned it from, I'm a professional live streamer for sports. Like seriously. And my other business is tourism. So, the UK, right? You know, okay, this is a separate topic, okay? But since we're on the topic right now, since you asked, should you leave the UK? I don't know what the answer is because it's not better anywhere else. So a lot of people are saying they want to leave the UK, leave US, leave Canada. Yeah, maybe it's talked about more than any time in the history of that I know than now. Though I live in Canada, things have changed a lot. Things have gotten really difficult. Even for me right now, it's really difficult. Like financially, I'm surprised things are so expensive to the point where it's like, are you joking? Same with the UK, same with the US. Opposite side of the world, there's places that are cheap. And is it a good idea to move there? I can answer you in 2 weeks. And in about 5 weeks. Because basically, shortly after this, I'm going to Asia. I'm gonna explore other places to live and see what's cheap and what's not. Vietnam, I hear, is a very good place to move to right now. And I'm born there. I came from war when I was 2 years old, but I was born there. I heard it's a good place. I'm gonna look at cost of living. I'm gonna look at properties. I'm gonna look at places to rent. I'm gonna places that things to do. I'm gonna look at the job market live with you guys. This is what I'm planning to do. This channel is not about just games. It's about me showing you guys my life, you can say. So I'm gonna show you guys what I eat, things like that. And if you want to move countries, you can compare to your home country to the place I'm gonna visit. I'm gonna go to the Philippines, another place that's considered much more affordable. I'm gonna be eating there. I'm gonna be chilling there, but I'm gonna be in a more richer area there because it's for like a wedding with a bunch of people. So hopefully I'll give you insight on that question on should you leave UK. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Right now the job market is horrible, right? It's unfortunate. It's a really bad job market. It is what it is. And I don't even know the answer to that, you know what I mean? So, I don't know what the answer to that is. Okay, I'll be honest. One of the reasons why I started this channel is because I wanted my sons to have something. So, I'm trying to grow this channel up so my sons can work with me. Not only is it my dream to start something with my sons and do it together as a family, it's also my dream to be able to hand something to my kids. So, anyone can die at any moment, okay? It is what it is. This is the truth. I can get hit by a car. I can, like, slip on ice and break my neck. I don't know. Anything can happen, okay? So, it'd be nice if I can hand something to them and do something with them that's memorable. This is one of the goals. But in terms of the job stuff, I don't know. But I'm trying to help my sons as much as I can by, like, at least giving them a... Like, I have a business, so I can employ them. I can employ my sons. Like, this summer, they're going to work for me. My oldest son is of age to work. I told him, you have two options. You can apply at McDonald's or work for your dad. I don't care either one. You can work for McDonald's all you want. That's fine. My son almost wants to work for McDonald's. Because I am the worst. My sons know, they know what's up. My sons know what's up. I am the most hardcore person when it comes, like me and my sons are buddies. When I say this kind of stuff, some people are like, oh, you're a horrible dad. This is where I feel bad for people. When people think that I'm a horrible dad, I feel bad for them. Because it means that they didn't get the training they should have got. This is my opinion. My sons and I, we eat together, we laugh together. But when it's time to train, I am a different person. I tell them, when we hang out, we're friends. But when it's time for me to be your dad, the dad comes out. I'm the hardcore dad. Like, it comes to teaching math, it comes to teaching school, it comes to teaching you how to fix a car, fixing computers, like teaching life. I become a hardcore dad. So they know working for me is not going to be easy. Because I'm going to be like the most hardcore boss to them. And enjoy it. I do it with a smile on my face. That's why it pisses them off. I do it and I laugh at them. Like, if they like, look, I used to own some Airbnbs, and I make them help me clean. If they miss the spot, I'll be like laughing. I'll be like, you missed the spot, go back and fix it. I'm the guy that makes them do a perfect job. I have to, because my dad did it to me. I do it to them. Okay, my dad always like gave me crap for not doing a perfect job, and I always got mad at that. But now that I'm older, I understand what he was trying to teach. So I'm doing it to my sons, because that's a working formula. You know, but remember, The world is different now. The world believes in gentle parenting. I have like a bunch of friends, okay? 80% of my friends believe in gentle parenting. They believe in no yelling at your kid and all that stuff. I'm like only 20% of my friends are like, that's crazy, bro. By coincidence, it's all my friends that grew with me in the ghetto. They're all like, that's crazy, bro. I'm like, yeah, bro, that's crazy. If my kids do bad, I'm yelling at them. I don't care. Yes, Teely, do the same. Anyway, so that's what it is, right? So while I talk, I'm just gonna review some of this, the stuff we gotta review. I gotta bring this window back up, and we're gonna look at the Diago video. So yeah, man. I hope that kind of answers the question. I led there with the first question of the job stuff, right? So if you can't find a job, a good thing is a side hustle, okay? Like I said, when I was young, I couldn't find a job. What did I do? I modded PlayStations, right? Why? Because I couldn't find a job. So even if you can't find a job, you should find ways to upgrade yourself. You know what I mean? Like, at least, I think if you can't find a job, there's pros and cons. There's pros and cons to both things in life. Okay? When you work, you're making money working, but you have no time. But when you don't have a job, you have time. So that time should be used for learning and planning. Learning and planning. Develop yourself. Things like that. Don't let that time stagnate. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. So here. Every time he does a combo, we're gonna switch back to Street Fighter and mimic it. Every single Akuma combo. I mean, sorry, Blanka combo.
Right now, it is all on the back of Mena RD to give them a chance, but Diago ready for the driver's check.
The reason why I don't believe in gentle parenting is because I would have failed as a kid. If my grandmother did the opposite. I grew up with my grandmother. She raised me. She's no longer alive. Bless her soul. But she raised me with the opposite of. If there's a thing called the opposite of gentle, my grandma was that. If there's a thing called beat-down parenting, my grandmother gave me beat-down parenting. And that was good. It was good. It was very effective. Very, very effective, I tell you. She gave me the beat-downs. Like the polar opposite of whatever gentle is, the exact opposite. Yeah, so T-Lee, we're gonna look at a bunch of Blanka stuff and we'll copy it. That's the idea here. This is me studying, right? This is like a study session. Trip, I know that. Medium kick, low kick, medium kick, throw. Okay, that's easy. So he's doing a lot of drive rushes with standing low kick. Yeah, it's not really copying. It's more like it's not really copying, Teely. It's just more like research. You know what I mean? It's like if you wanna learn how to fight in the cage, you watch UFC, right? It's not like you're gonna be able to be a UFC fighter, but you look at them as like an example. What can be done. It's like drifting. It's like driving a car. You want to learn how to drive a fast car? Watch some race car drivers. Not saying you can race and drift like them, but it's a good idea of like what to do. Side switch. Now the recent stuff we'll get there. This is just the first of many, right? The Blanka journey is going to be 2 weeks at least. Probably the next month this is going to be Blanka. This is just stream 1 of the Master to High Master. I always start from the beginning. Okay, there you go. That's an easy one. Medium kick, flip kick, hard kick, launch. Hold on, wait. Does minimizing help? Maybe minimizing would be easier. If I just minimize the window, I think it would go away. Let's see. Versus me switching windows all the time. Does it work if I just minimize it? There you go, minimize. Yeah, launch Blanka ball, yes. Remember guys, I have master rank Blanka already, right? I master rank Blanka quite quick. Like, I'm at least at that level, you know what I'm saying? Like, remember, I've already master rank Blanka. I'm a decent Blanka right now. I'm not the best, but like I know how to use him a little bit. It's not from scratch. So at least I'm not starting from scratch. Okay, so he did low kick, flip, boom, nope. Low kick, and then, yeah, he did that, and then that enables you to do other stuff. Boom, 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 whoops. Yeah, that's easy. 1500, you can end with a count, you can end with a Blanka ball, OD, straight, for another one up. You can end with just a regular Blanka ball. This is me reviewing here. He goes to the floor. Yes. So I think that's a good start though. Like this stuff is really good because you can really do like extra damage. Whoops. Medium punch is what I meant to do. Do you really have to do that though? Let's see. Because you can even go like this. Right? Pretty good damage. The launcher? The launcher is this. That's the launcher. The launcher, you go power crouch versus down 2 punches. You can launch into super. You can launch into a lot of things actually if you want. Whoops, should be medium punch. Gotta keep used to the medium punch. You can do a lot of stuff with that. You can even go like this. Something easy. Whoops. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, you still have to cancel later. So you can only cancel like that, huh? I'm trying to do something else here, hold on. Launch. Nope, doesn't work. Maybe it's a down up, let's see. But let's go launch. Nope. Launch. Okay, the up ball works. Okay, there we go. Because let me just check this out. If I go up, I should really go across if I can go up. One more time. I'm doing it wrong. That must be wrong. Hold on. No, straight. It's only up. Okay, you have to go into coward's crouch after heavy punch for more damage. So after, okay, after heavy. Okay, so boom, boom, whoops. So you're saying after the heavy punch, right? So after the low kick and the heavy punch. Okay, there you go. Cool, cool, cool. That'll be a B and B, right? Well, so we would go boom, 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 boom. Can I do this? Not enough damage. Okay, so coward crouch is better, much better. You don't burn yourself out. So we'll go like boom, 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 and whoops. I meant to do a up ball. What do you use to finish that? Level 1? What do you do? What do you do after that? Slide? Oh, okay. So end it with a slide or a ball. Is a slide is a slide an advantage by any chance? Medium up ball, right? So the medium up ball is the best choice, right? Okay, so let's go like this. Whoops, my bad. Whoops. Timing was all off. Wait, you wanted me to coward crouch. I'm thinking about up ball, my bad. No, I did the wrong move. Ah, I did the wrong ball. I did hard kick. Alright, let's go again. Whoops. Too slow. There, I'll get this right. Here we go. Time to do it. Oh my god. Okay, don't mess that up. Oh, I messed it up. Oh, I messed that up again. I'm trying to get it so it doesn't it combos. Medium ball, there you go. So the up ball is the best one. or you do a medium Blanka ball, you get plus frames. Better Oki for the slide, huh? Level 1 works too, so let's do level 1. Get that in memory. Oh, too slow. I'm trying to do it without tapping. Tapping twice. Still tapping twice. Gotta get timing more clean. Nah, timing's not clean. Level 1 and level 3, yeah. So level 1 will work, level 3 will work. Because after this guy, you can do level 3. Whoops. What the heck? Is it level fireball, right? Okay, my timing's off, that's why. There you go. Right in the air, when she's floating in the air, not on the way down. Right there. When she's 45, when she goes up, right about to land. I miss having 4600 damage on a blank one. There you go. Oh my god. There. Get the timing better. Get the timing better. Okay, good. There, that's better. Alright, that's better. Boom, boom, boom. Cancel. 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 Okay. Cancel. Boom. Up ball is easier, actually. Because after you cancel, that's the same thing. Cancel. Cancel. One more time. Cancel. Whoops, too slow. Cancel. Ah, yeah. Cancel. There you go, okay. One more time, let's go. Let's get these punish combos in head. Ah, dang it. Too slow. Timing's better now. A lot better. A lot better. Good, good. Level 1. Oh my god, missed it again. Level 2. $38.20. Not the best damage, but it's doable. I'll give Sagat Master Blanka. Nice. So medium ball level 3. Okay, so that's there. That's the B&B there. That's kind of what like we said, we'll just play the video and then copy the combo. Just to get some routes in place. And then we'll keep doing this for other videos too. Like, not just for Mena, right? We'll do it for like other people too. I'll be watching other people play on the stream. Kind of as a study session once in a while. Just to study, you know what I mean? Just to study. Okay. Medium kick, hit, boom. Level 1, yeah, we just did that one. So there you go, that one's down pat. Yes, I got the master rank with my anti-air. So you see the combo that Mena was using there? That's pretty much what we reviewed already, so let's move on to the next one.
Beautiful whip punish from Mena RD there to take the second round. Even on rounds now. Who's going to get the first whip punish here?
Falls in the fireball, unfortunate. They sit up in the corner. Have to get top two, the nice right the damn throw right after.
Are the standing medium and crouching medium connectable? Is that a frame trap? No, it's not a frame trap. Nope. No, it's not. Standing jab? No, it's not connectable. Not connectable. We're spacing, okay. Parry.
The side switch. Oh, eat him up. Side rush. The same here. Double activation from that. From up the corner. Oh my god. He's getting eaten up like roach.
Okay, so is this a plus frame? Whoops, not that. Aha. You went in with this and trapped him. So that would be your escape. Am I correct there, T-Lee? If they block, you're too far away. You're pretty far away if they block. It's not punishable. That doesn't hit, you're good to go. So if it doesn't hit, you do one short kick, which is good. You're -2, so you're safe. Went in, tried for it, and then walked back up. Cool.
Another E. Oh, second. Big like activity.
Medium kick. Okay, that's another variance. This is another varied version of what we were doing. So let's just do it again. Medium kick, hard kick, OD, up, level 1. Okay, medium kick, OD, up, medium, level 1. Did he do a fierce kick? A fierce? Hold on, I can't remember what he did anymore. Did he start with a fierce? Okay, so medium into fierce seems to be the... This as a second move seems to be the choice. Boom, boom. Does it connect without it? Did he drive rush into it? Medium, fierce. No? Did he drive rush into it? Or did he go like this? Oh, crap. I should have paid attention a bit more. Oh, okay, didn't even drive rush. That connects? So it doesn't connect. So he punished him, was it? How is that 3 hits though? Huh? So we go throw, 4 hits, 5 hits, medium, on counter. On counter, okay. There you go, on counter. Okay, there we go. That makes sense. He did that basically. And that's 3,070 damage. He did it in the corner here with a level 1. He did it here. And counter hit. Counter hit, bang, bang. Whoops. He did counter hit, boom, 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 and level 1. Ah, dang. Maybe I did it wrong. Hold on. How come his went up so much? Okay, let me just look at one more time. Why is his was so much? Oh, he did up. He did a fierce. He did a roundhouse one. Ah, okay. He didn't do the diagonal. He did straight up. Okay, that makes sense. Fight? This is like a... You will finally stop with punishing supers and DPs with a throw. Do an actual combo. Hey, when I used Blanka, I did a lot of combos. It was only with Jamie and those guys because I was trying to drink. Here we go, here we go. He did on counter, boom, 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 and he did up. And then level 3 works. Oh, level 1 only maybe? Let's see. There you go, 4,340. Dang, that's a lot of damage, man. Seriously, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage, bro. Crazy. Relatively easy combo, too. Relatively easy. But you can just do that for 2560 if you get nothing. What? Really, I missed that? Alright, get it a few times. Get the timing right. There you go. There you go. Okay, cool. That works, that works. Back to the study guide. Let's go.
The God signed down upon Mena in that round. The Diago a little too late on the punish on the level 1, and that just turned everything into Mena's side. Look at the anti-air. So much damage coming from the driver's heavy there. Mena, he's a license here. Look at the anti-air. He's gonna get the throw.
Wait, you attempted Alex to 1600 today? Let's say it did not end well. There's always tomorrow, Joey. With my eyes closed. No, 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 no. Yeah, that's like the B&B combo, huh? Launch, pow. I don't think you need much more out of this kit to get decent with Blanka. Cause that one punish combo is enough. So many options. What I'm gonna have to lab is the level 2 combos. Level 2 Blanka combos is what I'll be labbing later. Yeah, this is last year's cup, right? Again with that combo, huh? There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Dang. Ugly. Bang, 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 bang. I'm looking at pro players play. I'll play after, seriously. I just have to review some stuff with Blanka to make sure my game plan is on point. Okay, I'll end now. Okay, then now it's fine. Let me just finish reviewing this one thing. So you can actually go like this. Oh my god, that's crazy. Oh my god. A cross-up can lead to some serious damage to this guy. Boom, boom. Like boom, 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 and ba-chow! Thank you. That's crazy, actually. Boom, boom. Like, you get that out? Boom. Oh, no level 3. It's a lot of damage, bro. Whoops. Whoops. Level 2, whoops. Oh, we're having an encounter. There we go. I used this a lot too back in the day. I quite like that. Because it does a lot of stuff. What was I doing again? He was doing... Oh yeah, the cross-up. 3,160 damage from a cross-up. Crazy. Or if you don't cross-up, you don't have a level, you might be able to do an oldie ball cross and up. This is what I used to do. I used to go like this. Boink, boink, boink. And then I would go cross first. My bad, I did the wrong thing. I used to go across first. I'm remembering it now. Oh, I didn't do it right. Oops. I used to go like this. Dang. Not doing it right still. I guess that one's harder. What I usually do is harder. I gotta get my brain intact for that. Down is a bit easier. Blanka ball upwards easier. Blanka ball up is probably easiest. I used to time it so I go across and then one more up to get an extra damage. I actually did this a lot during my run. If I caught anyone doing this, I would do that a lot. Or I would go like this. I would do this and finish them. I mean, wrong one. I did this like more than I can count. I would go drive rush. Oh, you're screwed kind of thing, you know, like one hit, boom, boom, and then level 3. And that's like enough to finish somebody on just one drive rush tap, right? One of these, they're dead, basically. If you have level 3, just bang, bang, you know, not that. Just bang, bang, whatever you want to do, you know? Like, do whatever you gotta do to connect it. Let's see. I think you can get away with it in other things, too. I mean, these guys are the championship. They're doing it. Okay, fireball. I gotta go to the mall soon to buy stuff. So I'm gonna end it now. And we're gonna go to the mall. I have to buy some summer clothes for Vietnam. Oh, the Dalton. I gotta do some Blanka ball setups. Interestingly, not many Blanka ball setups are needed for this. Like, I didn't use Blanka ball setups much. Mena's not either. He did 1 so far. That's easy. Okay, so another one that's happening a lot is this. He's doing a lot of the... He's drive rushing with this guy. Oh, that's fast. No wonder. What connects with that guy? Let's see. Yeah, this guy. No. Does not connect. Yeah, crouching, I see. Nope. Let's see. One more time. Okay, that works. Drive rush in, bang. Oh, it's backwards fireball. I'm moving forwards fireball. I'm like, why is that coming out? It's backwards fireball. Whoops, doing it wrong. That's why. Oh, 2 jabs. There we go. Nope. One jab, one jab. That's not connected. What connects this guy? Drive rush, low kick, then check how plus you are after. You should be able to get into standing medium kick or standing high kick after a crouch. Ah, okay, wait. The crouching jab is the most reliable. It's not a full combo though, is it? It is. Okay, there we go. I just stick with that. I can do that all day. The OD one doesn't hit. It has to be a regular one? Oh, the OD one's slower. Maybe a medium one works. So I'll do a medium. It's 12 frames. So if I was to go like this, I'll just take it. Not that. Medium is good. I'll take that. I think the medium goes into super. Does the regular Blanka ball go into super? No. After a crouching. Okay. After a crouching kick, you should better get in. Close enough. Okay, you get 2. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Medium, boom, boom, boom. You go into super after that. Whoops, get into the super. So, medium. Alright, do it after. It's not a cancel. But, give me a second, let me get the timing for this. Oh, I'm doing a punch, that's why. It's level 3 cancelable. Fireball with kick. I was doing it completely wrong. Not the best damage, but I can kill. Didn't you say that? It said, because you should be able to get a standing medium. Oh, standing. Or a crouching medium, it says. Just drive rush after low kick, then check how plus you are, because you should be able to do a standing medium. Oh, after the drive rush. Well, low kick. Oh, there we go. That makes sense. There we go. Medium is better. The medium is a better option. There we go. So you drive rush low kick, medium, boom. Drive rush low kick, medium. Get some damage there. Or you can just drive rush low kick, medium. Level 1. Okay, drive rush low kick, medium. Level 3. I think I'll stick the back medium kick. I love the back medium kick. This is like, I believe it's his best move. This is Blanka's best move, man. This guy right here. It connects with stuff. Like, it connects with so many things. I love it. Oh, it's comboing. It's definitely comboing. That's definitely comboing. Earlier it was, at least. Like that. Right away. Pretty much confirm it. Do the uppercut, though. I missed that. Okay. Next one, next one. That works out well. Tony Travis, thank you, thank you. Thank you for your support, buddy. I hope it helps. I don't know. Men suffer in silence, man. I want to know that it's normal. I want you guys to know it's normal. And the grind is always gonna be there if you're a man. It's what we go through. Going to crouch medium more? Okay. We're gonna have to end soon here after this. After we do this last match. We're gonna end soon. And then I'll come back later tonight. We gotta take my kids to shopping. Shopping! You guys ever watch White Chicks? Shopping! Oh god. Damien Brothers? Oh, it's one of my all-time favorite movies. You know, Mena is not really doing much variance here, you know, so it's kind of why I think Blanka is strong, because his kicks are so good, like his traps are so good. He's playing a very safe game, of course. It is against Akuma. Crossover. Ay, ay, no. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ay, ay, ay. Oh god. Oh god. And it's over. Yeah. All right. So he did this, which I didn't do yet. So what was demonstrated here was this guy's drive rushable. So you can go boom, boom. So this guy's drive rushable. This guy's drive rushable. If you get this guy in, you can do a lot of stuff. Boink. Like this. This is a combo. So if you got someone in this, you can loop it if you wanted to, you know what I mean? You could. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to do. Head into a level 3, whatever you gotta do. Pretty easy, like bang, back kick, medium kick, drive rush, you know? Back kick, you can even go like this, really. You can go like this if you want to. You go boom, whoops, mistake, then do the second kick. What I'm trying to say is they're both cancelable kicks. You can cancel into stuff. Doesn't cancel into super, never mind. Does it? It does. Never mind, it does. You can just go like this. Bang, bang. Oh my god, I missed second kick. Gotta get this timing better. No? Yeah, like that. Connects. So really, if you're burnt out and you go boom, boom. Oh my god, I'm missing it again. I'll get it better next time. It's good to know the options exist. Level 3. But Mena was doing like this. He was like bang. He went bang, bang, drove in. I think he went like this actually. Yeah, he went with that. So you went like this, the standard rush we're talking about. Boom. That's a really good. Basically, at the end of your combos, you want to do this guy. End it with that because you get a lot of damage. End it with this guy. Boom. You know what I mean? Power crouch, bang and bang. End it with one of those, you get high damage. Yeah, arguably one of the harder characters, but I think everything else he has for it makes up for his charging difficulty. He hasn't tried one command throw because it's too dangerous like at this level. Okay. Throw. That wake up is dangerous, man. Both ways, for you and him. You miss that crap, you're dead. Actually, not always. There was a whiff in this one, in this match. And it's over. And there it is. So basically, I think most of the stuff that Menard used in this video was covered. I just covered, I think. We'll go over more stuff. Of course, there's more to it, right? But we'll go over more Blanka stuff. And I'm going to go online tonight. I'll likely lab a bit more, mixed in with some online matches. But Blanka's the guy right now, man. So we're going to do it. So in April 29th, we're going to do a reaction or live watch party for the Mena versus Diago. Alright? It's going to be a first to 10. We're going to see if, you know, what happens. You know what I mean? We have no idea. So guys, thanks for watching. That's my study session with Blanka. I think it was successful. I reviewed a lot of stuff in my head. I remember his moves now. All I gotta remember is how to. I gotta do this. Figure out how to do this more. I don't know many level 2 combos. I only know how to do the basic stuff, like basic stuff. You know what I mean? So I'll figure that out later. But guys, thanks for watching. I'll be back. We're doing a road to High Master with Blanka now. Okay, Master to High Master. And I think in between there, I'll do a scrub to Master with like Minal, Marissa, and Lily. I honestly think Minal will take me a very fast time. So I'll see what happens. I don't know. But guys, I gotta go. Thanks for watching, okay? Thank you. I gotta go now. Okay. Thank you for the tips, guys. I really gotta go. Gotta take my kids out. Bye-bye.